Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with a new makeup tutorial. It's one of my faves. I'm using a bunch of new products that I just love, including the new Huda Beauty Desert Dusk and some Fenty Beauty. So stay tuned and let's get started with the tutorial. Mom life, I'm baby wearing, so if you're wondering what all these weird layers are, that's what that is. So starting with skincare, my skin looks like crap, but starting out with this Milk Makeup Hydrating Oil Stick and then going in with my First Sally Unicorn Essence. For foundation, I'm going in with my Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream in the shade Tan, and I'm using a damp beauty blender. Now for under eye concealer, I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. A lot of you always ask what shade I'm using. Most of the time I use the shade medium, but the reason why I don't list it is just because I just grab whatever's closest, so sometimes it's not medium, but most of the time that's the shade I use. So now for cream contour, I'm using my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Foundation Stick in the shade Espresso.
Focused on you at the moment, my lips on you, how you want it, getting lost in the sheets 6 to 9 a.m.
Moving on to eyes, I'm first going to prime my lids with my Pure Cosmetics Get a Grip eyeshadow primer. I'm just blending it out with my fingertips.
Just one more time, baby.
The new Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in a really long time. I'm first going in with Desert Sand and I'm using a fluffy brush and just working that into my crease, and I'm just kind of being liberal with it. It's just prepping my lids for the pigment so it doesn't stick in any specific spot. So now I'm going in with the color Blazing. I'm using a stiffer, more tapered brush and I'm just working that into my crease. Now I'm gonna go in with Amber and go in even more tapered. So I'm just tapering tighter and tighter and tighter. So I just love this palette. I love the warm tones on my complexion and I love the jewel tones on my brown eyes. It's just one of the most perfect palettes I've ever used. So now going back to Blazing, I'm using that first fluffy brush I used and I'm just making sure everything kind of bleeds together. So I just used a tiny bit of shadow for that step. But now I'm going in with Oud and I'm going in really, really tight and working that into my outer V.
Look outside, it's nighttime. The moon shining on your skin.
Going back to Desert Sand, I'm going to work that onto my brow bone as well as just make sure my transition color blends up to my brow bone very seamlessly. So now I'm taking my eyeshadow primer. You can also use your concealer. I think I used a mix of both to just cut my crease and cut out my eyelid. But since my eyeballs are really big, I'm pretty much just doing the first half, like the inner half of my eyelid. But if you have smaller eyes and you want to define your entire lid, you can go all the way out. I did use a bit much product, so I practically did my whole lid, but I didn't mean to. But I'm going to fill it all back in anyway. But first, I'm going to use my bright color. I'm going in with Nefertiti, and I'm just patting that on the inner half of my eyelid. It's a beautiful champagne color. Little baby cameo, hi! And next, I'm going in with Amber, and I'm just working that into my outer V. So I'm pretty much going back in with the same colors that were originally there, but I accidentally covered it. But they're showing up a lot more intense now on top of that cut crease kind of situation. And I'm going to continue building up that deepness and that pigment, so I'm going back in with Oud. Yeah, I know it seems redundant that I did this before and I'm doing it again after, but just building up that pigment looks so good and intense, so whatever, not complaining. Going in with my Fenty Beauty highlighter in Trophy Wife, I'm just using a little lip brush from Morphe and I'm just packing that on the inner corner tear duct of my eye. I'm also going to lightly tap it on my brow bone.
It's so hard, so hard, so hard. I'll make it easy like
Oh yeah, new pink under eye powder. You guys know I loved the Bobbi Brown pink retouching powder, which is discontinued, but now I have a new fave. This is the Becca blurring powder in pink haze. I'm just applying it with a MAC wedge sponge, and this is beautiful. This is the first time I used it, and I'm still mixing in a little bit of my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder just so it's not pink all the way to my nose. And I'm just using a yellow powder, and I'm reverse contouring. You can use Ben Nye banana powder or any kind of yellow powder for this. I'm going to leave the powder on my under eyes to bake, but the rest of my face I'm going to brush away. I'm pretty dry, so I don't like to leave powder on my face too long, so I'm just brushing that all away. And then I'm also going to use a little brush and just brush away just very close to my lower lash line so I can work on my lower lash line eye makeup. So first I'm going to line my waterline. I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner in number 77, and I'm just using the back of an eyeshadow brush. I love using lighter colors in my waterline, but just nothing stays in the waterline like this, so had to go back to using black. And when I say lighter colors, I mean like brown or orange, or in this case purple. I'm just using this in my lower lash line. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in alkaline. So now I'm going in with this purple shadow, Amethyst, from the Desert Dust palette, and I'm using a pencil brush and just smoking out that lower lash line. That pencil liner created like a nice purple base for it. Now I'm brushing away my under eyes. Cheeks are my fave to work on, so first I'm laying down a cream for my highlight later. This is from the Huda Beauty Summer Solstice palette. It's Saint Tropez. And now I'm going in with the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit 3 palette, which is literally the perfect palette. I'm using the middle strobe lighting powder for the apples of my cheeks. And now I'm going in with highlight. I like to do highlight before blush, and oh my god, how perfect is this? It's the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife highlight. It's just, look at that glow. I can't even, how can I even describe it? Just look at it. It's amazing. And so for blush, I'm going to use the middle blush color from the Ambient Lighting Edit palette. Yeah, it's just a perfect palette. It has strobe lighting powder, finishing powder, 2 blushes, a bronzer. It's like amazing. So I'm going back in with the strobe lighting to highlight my nose. And I'm going to highlight the tip of my nose with the Fenty as well.
I gotta have you here. Just one more time, baby.
I like to do my bronzer last to just really tighten up all my cheek makeup. So I'm going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light. The Ambient Lighting Edit palette does have a bronzer as well. That one I believe is Luminous Bronze Light, which is just as gorgeous, but it's a little lighter. And me being a little deeper toned, I like a deeper bronzer. So now I am doing a cat eye with my Inglot Gel Liner in number 77.
I'm not closing my eyes without you. Whatever you want, I got you. I'll make it easy like Sunday.
And now for lips, disregard this lip pencil altogether because it was just too dark and I ended up going over it, but I'm just showing you the process because you're going to see it on. I didn't like it, so I'm going over it with MAC Whirl. And I know it looks like that dark lip pencil is still there, but I'm going to go over it with my lipstick too. So just disregard all that. So this is the new MAC and Nicki Minaj lipstick in Nicki's Nude. It's really pretty. It's very pinky. It's like a subtle nude. It's really pretty. So it is a little light for my complexion in my opinion. So I'm kind of ombreing it out with Whirl again. And I thought it was just gorgeous. I love it. Almost done. All we have left is lashes. So first I'm going to curl my lashes with my Tarte Lash Curler. And then for falsies, I am going to be wearing my Lily lashes in the style Mykonos.
I'll be sipping this red wine. Yeah. I'ma call in sick. Breakfast in bed, babe.
And just finishing off the look with some Trophy Wife on my collarbones and all that stuff. So I have all my product details in the description box below, as well as details of my outfit. I hope you guys really love this look. It's one of my faves. It's so glowy, so feminine, so pretty. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel before you leave if you are not subscribed already. It really helps me out so much. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.